when I landed. And then...
And everybody was smoking. I mean, it was a smoking section in the plane, isn't it?
Well, most of it was smoking in those days, like in restaurants.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Anyway, so I didn't have one, then I thought, well, I'll have one in the morning before I go to the office. And I thought, well, I'll have it when I first get there.
Oh.
And then when I got there, I thought, no, I'll have it with a mid-morning break. And I thought, oh, not so bad. I'll have one after lunch. And I kept putting it off.
Oh, I see.
Still had them with me. I kept saying, no, I'll leave it. And in the end, I just left it. It's funny. By putting it off, I had the promise in my mind that I'm going to have a smoke.
Yeah.
And it seemed to say, well, good, when you're ready, have one. No idea of sort of, that is it, definitely throw them away. It didn't work that way. So, there it was, I stopped.
Oh, well, that's an interesting technique.
Wasn't it? But it worked for me. I don't know who else it might work for. I think if I could have smoked one or two in the evening, I don't think I'd have ever bothered to stop. I used to smoke. I never had one first thing in the morning. I remember when I was in the army, God, they were all smoking first thing when they wake up, like this.
Yeah.
I couldn't, I had to be up, washed, shaved, dressed, and then I'd have a cigarette.
Yeah, the same thing with me. I usually eat, and after that I
have a cigarette. How many do you smoke a day?
Probably 15.
15, yeah, I used to get through 20. 15 to 20.
Yeah.
I used to kid myself that out of the 20 I only smoked probably about 7. Now how's that? Because you light it, and if you're in the office and that, or I was out on the work in the engineering world, I used to put it down on an ashtray and go and attend to whatever it was, so that was burning away, and I'd pick it up, knock the ash off, and smoke it, then throw it away at a good length. So I'd only smoked about a third of it. So out of 15 I only smoked 5.
That's,
all clever stuff.
What kind of cigarettes?
I went from senior service, untipped.
I never heard of those brands.
Senior service, untipped, and they were all untipped cigarettes. And then I finished up smoking silk cut.
Silk cut, I know, the silk cut.
So it was quite a mellow cigarette by the end after the full strength senior service. But, good.
Well, that's impressive.
Well, you see, it can be done.
So you just have to postpone things.
No, just postpone it and you're all right. This is nice.